Hello, and welcome to Merlin's Barn, broadcasting to you from Fuck. This always happens. I'm not allowed to delete it this time. So, hello, and welcome to Merlin's Barn, broadcasting to you from Fort Blanket, south of the Yukon, as always. And tonight you have me, Bob.
Huh?
No, I'm not Bob. Merlin, and...
T.
Nicole.
And Matt. And that was a live open from Merlin. We didn't allow him to reset.
I think I'm going to start calling myself Coffee. Well, you're
No!
tea, so I can just open up with, hi, I'm Coffee.
That's so different in two ways.
What are the two ways?
My name begins with a T.
Mine does not begin with coffee.
Your day begins with coffee.
My day begins with, there we go. Isn't that more important than the beginning of my name?
You could be Milk.
I could be what?
I have been T my entire 24 years on this planet. I will not let it go quietly.
Well, let's see. I'm 50 and I've been drinking coffee more than your entire 24 years on the planet, so I can be Coffee.
Shut up.
And that was when she killed me with an ice pick in my sleep after the episode. All right, so we are interviewing Hot Todd. What's this? Is it Hot Todd Lincoln?
Yes.
Hot Todd. We're interviewing Hot Todd Lincoln, who has flown all the way from Dubuque, Iowa.
So the problem was he had a layover in Xenia, Ohio.
Oh, God.
No,
Yeah,
that's bad. That's
Poor
bad.
man.
His Shawnee Airlines flight has been delayed due to a tornado.
That sounds about right.
That sounds like Xenia. Why do we go
There
to
was
Xenia?
that one time.
To learn about the tornado that happened in 1970-something. In fact, we've covered that. Go back to the Ohio episodes. They're wonderful. All right.
We're off the moose, one could say.
Yes, very off the moose. So tonight, what we are actually doing, since we have once again been, I lost the word. Since we once again don't have Hot Todd here to bend things into other things for us, is we are rolling for the stands! Again, rolling for the stands part 2, because there are so many stand stories. Matt, what was the background? For anybody who hasn't heard the last episode, give a little bit of background on this again, just to refresh.
So, due to my job, fun fact, I've been to every country that on the map ends in Stan, which would be Afghanistan, Pakistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, and Turkmenistan.
So if you want to hear more about the stands, there's Rolling for the Stands episode 1, which precedes this. But however, you're totally fine listening to them in whatever order because the game is played. Tosh, do you want to explain how the game is played?
The game is played with 2 D8s. Woo! Because we have 7 stands and currently no more than 8 stories per stand. The one that is mostly green is our land mass, so the number on that dice dictates what stand we're going to. And then my favorite sparkly purple and gold dice, it's my favorite. That one dictates what story we're going to read. Well, not really read, we're going to listen to Matt spin us a tale.
So for those of us uninitiated heathens, what is a D8?
It's an 8-sided die.
Woohoo! Okay, cool.
More than 6, like a normal one.
So those of you who were
Because we
uninitiated
don't do
heathens,
normal here.
who were uninitiated heathens, now you know what a D8 is, and you're no longer an uninitiated heathen.
What's sad though is at this point a D20 is more normal than a D8.
Isn't one of these a Caterpillar tractor?
Yes,
Ow.
8. Yep. There's violence in the studio.
Stores are making really great weapons.
They threw things at me. I don't feel safe anymore. And from my blind side, so I couldn't even defend myself. That was mean.
I feel blindsided all the time, so get used to it.
God damn it. All right, so, we ready?
Let's do this.
Matt?
Most important, Nicole, are you ready?
Yes.
Good.
Yay.
She's heard all these stories. She's just going to go to sleep.
And do the cookie dip. 8-7.
Okay.
Shoot, we don't have an 8th country.
I was going to say, we don't have an eighth country.
Dumb.
Well, as if you have control of the dice.
Yeah, but I didn't have to, say it.
1.
1-7?
1-7.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, there was a ninth. There's a ninth story in Afghanistan. Oh my god. I should have gotten another D10.
We'll figure something out.
I'm horrified. I think we need to end this right now.
We're just going to start over.
We're going to melt the dice.
No!
Yes. Go for it.
Okay, so I think we're 7. Okay, all right. So, while I was in Afghanistan, the base I was on, we had a local militia force that was being trained up by our government to provide security in that region of Afghanistan. Now, what you may not realize is that the majority of the Afghan populace is very low educated, or at least at the time. That's not any better now, because due to the Soviet-Afghan War and then the Civil War with the Taliban, they basically had not had a functioning educational system for 30, now 40 years.
Yee.
They're also extremely friendly people. So you get 20, 30, 40 guys in this local militia force that are being trained, that are marching in formation the best they can. And then I could walk out the door of our compound and just wave to them and demolish their formation as they all stopped to wave back.
Oh, no.
Aww. That's just wholesome.
It was great fun, at least for me.
Oh, no.
I'm pretty sure their like drill instructors were not pleased, but I found it very entertaining just to walk out and wave to the Afghan militia and just
Oh, no.
demolish the formation as they stumbled into each other, stopping to wave back.
There's Matt. We're going to put a scorpion in his bed if he does this one more time.
Yep, so that was waving to the Afghan militia.
Waving to the...
That's a cute one. I like that
Yeah,
one.
I like that one a lot, actually.
That's a very cute one.
All right, we're going to roll again.
4-1.
Spooshy.
Pistachios. Did we do pistachios last time?
We have not.
Oh,
We did something. There was somebody in a tree.
Yes, I talked this past weekend. I told you that I think
No,
I
we
should-
we actually recorded. There was a guy up in a tree, and you saw his boots, and it was in the last
I don't think
episode.
we recorded it. I thought we talked about it this past weekend.
I don't remember that one.
Okay, folks.
You're having stroke.
I thought I remembered it, but yeah, it could be from last weekend. Go for it.
Yeah.
I'll shut up.
So, in Tajikistan, as every other former Soviet country, there is a memorial to the Great Patriotic War. That it would be World War II, and these memorials very often have an eternal flame for the fallen soldiers from the war. And in the case in Tajikistan, in the capital, Dushanbe, it is up on top of a hill at the edge of town. And these hills are covered in these low trees, about the size of apple trees. But we weren't paying attention to the trees. We walked up the hill and were on our way to the memorial. We stopped and looked at the skyline over the city the best we could through the dust, because it's a very dusty region.
Is it a modern one, or is it like one of those brutalist type things?
It's more of a brutalist type one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. There's definitely one that's built like in the 70s
Okay.
or the 60s.
Can I say a really dumb brutalist architecture thing that I learned recently?
Yes.
It's
please.
actually not dumb. It made me very happy to learn. Apparently, Lenin's mausoleum, which, other fun fact, total sidebar, is currently being renovated, or it's about to be. Either way, apparently, besides marble and granite, it's also made of labradorite, which is like my favorite shiny rocks.
Labradorite.
Yes.
So, folks.
I've not heard of this rock, but it sounds amazing.
Oh, I'll show you later. It looks like black or gray most of the time, but when the light hits it just right, it's got these gorgeous rainbow flashes.
Please tell me it's named after a wet Labrador retriever.
I won't break that dream for you.
Okay. Okay.
Folks, if you want to make tea,
Don't tell me otherwise.
if you want to make tea, not coffee, extremely happy, send chunks of labradorite to Merlin's barn.
Just rocks in general. I like rocks.
Have we got a deal for you at our place?
Have you met my dad?
Somehow
My-
not yet. I'm
He
gonna
used to
fossils
collect
the
rocks and
rocks.
minerals.
I
Yes.
know.
One day we'll talk
Yes.
about the death marches. But
Oh, no. Oh, my God. How do you leave that one hanging?
There's some cover clip stories come up in the future.
These Please carry on, Matt. I apologize.
We'll do a whole episode
my
of Nicole's
coworker and I-
character building childhood.
My coworker and I were standing there looking over the city, and I hear rustling in a tree beside us, and I look over, and about eye level, I just see shoes, and then I look up, and there's a man in the tree. I was like, Jimmy, there's a guy in that tree right there. Huh, so there is.
Tree man.
Why is there a guy in the tree?
Why can't there be a guy in the tree?
Well, it just sort of seemed a little bit odd.
So judgmental.
It seemed odd at first. And then, he speaks either, Tajik or Russian, and we don't speak either of those. But I guess some words convey because he just yelled down to us, pistachios. And that's what they were. They were pistachio trees, and he was picking pistachios, and he was stuffing his cargo pockets full of them.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, that's also a really cute one. We're having very wholesome stories
Yeah,
this evening.
it was a good one. And I come to find out in research later that apparently at some point the city had planted pistachio trees all over this hill for the citizens of the city, for the public to be able to go pick pistachios.
Oh, I love that.
Really cool.
Of all the weirdness from, this was Tajikistan?
Yes,
Of all the weirdness from Tajikistan, I like that. That's nice.
that was very cool.
I was actually, on Tajikistan, Tasha was watching when I stumbled into a Instagram account where the guy was exploring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's that island off Alaska where there's just the remains of a base and there's still a few people living on it. And then I was going through his other reels, which I rarely do, folks. I don't do this that often, but I was
That was
really
weird, which is why I was so caught off guard.
I know. Well, yeah, it was Alaska. That's why I got sucked into it. But then he had a whole section where he went to Tajikistan.
Always Alaska.
What's that?
It's always Alaska.
Yeah. Well, we're going back at some point. All right, roll again.
Eight. Seven.
But we can't have 8.
We can't have 8, and we can't
Fuck,
have.
I did it again.
It's not like you have control over them.
But I could choose to not read the wrong number.
Oh, we're horrified. I'm sure the audience is horrified. At
I
least one
am.
person has fallen off their treadmill and been concussed.
You could, but there was a number displayed, so it had to be read. I understand.
Thank you.
I'm just thinking of our concussed listener who fell off their treadmill and her.
Maybe I'm the concussed. Why do you keep giving me 8s? Apparently there needs to be an 8th stand. Is there a stand that you didn't think of?
Some maps do have other countries that do end in stand, but in English, these are the only ones.
I want to go to Stand.
Stop!
Is it 8 again?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Somebody else do it.
3.
3.
3-2.
I don't think we've gotten many 3s.
We can't do 3-2. We've covered 3-2 already. I'm sorry.
Try again.
You can't see it, but I'm flipping off the dice because I'm getting annoyed.
What, we had 3. We're on 3. We never go to 3. Well, we did go to 3 once,
We
apparently.
did.
But 3, I only have a couple of stories on.
Okay.
Did we do? Yeah, I think we did 1-8.
We have.
Rolling for the stands.
5.
5-1.
5-1. Okay, we can do 5-1.
Yay!
5-1. Okay, that is the metro in Tashkent, Uzbekistan.
Woohoo!
So, during Soviet times, the metros in Tashkent, I believe Kiev, Moscow, and several other major Soviet cities, these metro stops, they doubled as bomb shelters to the point they would be extra deep underground, some of them, and then also have blast doors they could shut, the whole works.
Okay.
Also, they were built as monuments to the people, and so they would be really elaborate, cathedral-looking or art museum-looking things.
Insane.
And I had a couple of free days in Tashkent, and I actually took and rode the metro around and visited every single one of the metro stops.
That's cool.
These are like ones with like chandeliers and stuff like that?
Yes.
Or, oh, wow.
The chandeliers, marble,
Mosaics.
murals. And then at least in Tashkent, every single one is different. There's a different architect or artist that's behind each one.
Oh my God,
Do you
that's
have
so
a
cool.
question, actually? Because I know a lot of the ones, especially around the Red Square, are very Lenin-based. What are they based around in
Tashkent?
Uzbekistan?
So the only one that had some sort of theme like to that effect would be there was a cosmonaut themed one.
Oh,
that's
cool.
neat.
Okay, I can get behind that.
And almost like porthole looking like things on the opposite wall on the other side of the tracks with like space images. So you're like if you're like looking out of the spaceship.
Did you get
That's
photos of
actually
that?
really freaking
I do.
neat.
Ooh,
Yep.
okay.
I went around and photographed all these, that's a sub story to this story is the photographing them.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, continue on this one because I think I've heard bits of this.
So up until 5-10 years ago, fairly recently, it was not legal to photograph those subway stations. They were considered, national like defense infrastructure because
That
they were
makes
bomb
sense.
shelters.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fair enough.
And being something of a police state, there are still currently 2 to 4 police officers like in every single one of these metro stops.
Oh, wow.
And they you can see them make an ugly face when you go to take photos, but they can't stop you now.
So they're like restraining themselves.
Yep.
Urge to smash camera. No.
And then they would just turn and go yell at someone that was stepping across the yellow line instead. So
You. No yellow line. Gulag.
meanwhile, there's no train around at all, but stay behind the line, like because they needed to yell at somebody, I guess, because they couldn't yell at me because it wasn't illegal anymore.
They gotta take their anger out somewhere.
And the other obscure thing about the 2 other weird things was you bought a ticket and then you walked like 10 foot and then you handed a ticket to somebody. I feel like they could have saved a step and like eliminated the second person, but I guess they had to keep people employed. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I'm thinking that sounds almost like the reason why you can't pump your gas in New Jersey. We've got to employ people. Somebody has to pump gas other than you.
And then the price of the metro in Tashkent has not gone up since 1987 or something. So it's still like the equivalent of like 35 cents to
Holy
ride.
crow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Charlie will never be stuck on the MTA in Tashkent.
So
I'll have to find that song and play it for people so it's not just my dad, my sister, and I having that reference.
I vaguely know what you speak of.
Yeah. Charlie stuck on the MTA. Oh, will he ever return? No, he'll never. Oh, I'll stop singing because singing is so horrible when Rowan does it.
There's a massive eye roll happening right now, folks.
Oh my God, really?
what do we have next?
5, 6.
Not an 8.
There's not a 6 and 5.
There is not.
Do you want to do 6, 5?
6-5?
Yeah, sure. Reverse it, yeah.
Could do 6-5. Okay. So that was all right. We'll take things down a little bit, a few notches. So the second time that I was in Astana, Kazakhstan, it was actually at the same time as the Reading Air Show 2 years ago.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So that's when I woke up to the news about Roger.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And it happened it was on my day off, and I'd already done sightseeing. As I said, I'd been to that city a previous time, so I just walked a whole lot that day and walked along the river. And there was a park with hammocks, and I found a hammock and laid in it for a while. And
To give some context to listeners who aren't in our small friends group, in 2024 we lost 2 really close friends within 2 weeks of each other, and the second one, our friend Roger Roop, passed away at the huge air show that we participate in every year in June. Context.
yeah,
All right, so let's find a lighter one.
I'll see what I can do.
most are lighter than that.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful one, though. Thank you.
I'm just really glad because you said you were going to take it down, and I almost jokingly said, well, as long as nobody dies in this one, so...
We would have had to ask John for an edit.
Yeah.
That number doesn't exist.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know what was rolled this
It's
time.
like a time and space thing.
The statistics will show.
Of course, it's an 8. I get it.
1.
And now I need to re-roll this one. Oh my goodness. 1, 3.
Say it
1,
again
3.
near the mic.
1, 3.
Bingo!
Sorry, that was aggressive.
Oh, sorry. Not it. Okay. All right. Wrong game. Okay.
Wrong game.
So for a year and a half out of 2 years that I was in Afghanistan, I was on a base on the north side of Kandahar that had a mountain on the base. It was about a 1,000-foot climb. And every Friday, the gun ranges were closed, and we could actually hike up this mountain. And it was sort of a game. Sometimes we'd try to see how fast we could get up it. My personal best time was like 30 minutes. There were guys who could get up in 20.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So is this the primary entertainment in that area?
It really was. Every Friday we did it, which is why I have to be careful here because I have 3 of the stories for Afghanistan have to do with climbing the mountain.
Oh.
And I don't want. I want to save the other ones. So that's actually great that this is the first one because I can just kind of lay this out. That we had this mountain and it was a 1,000-foot up, and you started out flat across the gun range, and then up the scree slope, steeper and steeper, and then eventually had to start using like 2 hands and 2 feet to sort of kind of steady yourself. You're still kind of walking, but steady yourself going up. It wasn't climbing,
Yeah.
but it was a very hardcore hike. And we would do it, all seasons. In the summertime, you try to do it early before it got to be 115 degrees.
Ew.
And the wintertime, you kind of go up anytime and then take a jacket with you because by the time we got to the top and you took a break.
It's 115 degrees out. What are we doing? Climbing the mountain. Why? Because there's nothing else to do. And they're not shooting at us today.
Yeah, well, because it was completely inside the compound. It was secure and it was safe, so.
That's fair.
That could be my own private mountain.
And so I have pictures of myself up top of the mountain with the flags, and I have some of the flags that were flown up there too. So
Neat.
Cool. Don't roll an 8. Don't roll an 8. Don't roll an 8. Don't roll an 8.
I can't make any promises here.
We should, next time we should put a little piece of tape over the 8 and, put a 7 on it.
6.
6, 7. Can we do that one?
we have not yet.
No, we didn't really.
Yep. Another Astana story.
I'm just waiting
Kazakhstan.
for 42.
Okay, so this is about the Soviet grain elevator, which is a monument to stubbornness.
Is this the one that's the largest one in the world that's near nothing?
I don't know if it's the largest in the world, and it's not really near nothing. It's at the northern edge of town.
Okay.
But it is massive, and it is in a terrible location to have a grain elevator because it's a terrible place to grow crops.
Oh, shoot.
Because it is the Central Asian steppe where it gets, one of the coldest. It's one of the coldest cities. It's the coldest capital city on Earth. It's up there with Ulaanbaatar.
Oh, geez. So the growing season is virtually nil.
Yeah, it's a very short growing season, and it's very arid, and it's steppe, it's grassland.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not farmland, and darn it, the Soviet Union is going to have Kazakhstan grow grain.
Well, it reminds me of.
Everyone must go green in Mother Russia.
I had my freshman year of high school. Our history class, was Russia up to the Russian Revolution. And think about this. This was probably 89, 90 or something like that. So just before the wall fell. And our teacher, Mr. Carter, would take a trip every other year to Russia with a group of students. Inevitably, one of them would end up in Russian jail overnight because, if you remember, blue jeans were the big thing there. So the guys would bring extra blue jeans to trade with Russian soldiers so they could come back with guys' uniform bits. And they were usually caught doing that. I think one time they were caught jaywalking. And Carter would go down and wave hi to them and leave them in the jail the other overnight so they could have a proper Russian experience.
As one does.
But I do remember him in class once just ranting about the Soviets wanting to have the world's largest grain elevator and then putting it nowhere useful whatsoever, which is why I thought of that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the largest, but this thing is massive. And it's up near the train station. Back when Astana was a tiny town that was not the capital of Kazakhstan, it is now, because they moved the capital a while back from Nur Sultan.
We will have the largest
Or
grain
from
elevator.
Almaty. They moved from Almaty to Astana. And this thing is huge, and it has a big Soviet mosaic on the side with wheat leaves and a Soviet slogan. I forget what it is. And it
Work or die.
and
Something
it's
like that.
it's several hundred feet long. It's this massive, like
Crikey.
brutalist concrete structure, and it's a monument to like just the stubbornness of the failed 5-year plans, because this is not an environment to grow grain in. It's right up there with it's right up there with the inland sea that they almost destroyed growing cotton.
Well, there's so many things that just made no sense. There was like another one Carter told us about was the company in the Soviet Union that built they built buses. So they used the frames from these trucks. So how it worked was the one plant would build a truck, and they would send the trucks fully built with their cab and bed and everything like that to the bus company. And the bus company would then remove the cab and the bed and throw them out back and put a bus body on it. And so he said they actually got a tour of this bus company, and the back behind the bus company is just filled with hundreds of truck beds and truck cabs, because this makes sense in glorious Mother Russia.
Yeah, command economies are fascinating things. But yeah, on a day off, this last time I was in Kazakhstan, I was like, I'm going to go find this grain elevator.
And there's photos of that, I assume.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. That's the nicest thing is there's photos with all these. So then we have to before we air the episodes, we then have to chart what was in the episodes so that we can then get the right photographs for the episode. We've made things much more challenging for ourselves.
We should probably take better notes.
Yes. Well,
We
we
won't,
can
but we
we can regret later. All right, we time for another roll?
Yeah?
Yep.
No, we definitely have time. We're good.
I'm making stars.
We're proud of you.
Thank you! My hands need something to do when they're not rolling dice.
This sounds like you have a gambling issue that we need to discuss.
Or a D&D issue, which is the correct answer here.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Have you met my brother?
Yes, I have.
Oh, that's true. Because he gambles and he used to do D&D.
I didn't know the gambling part.
Oh, I didn't know one
the
could
D&D
slide
stuff,
so
though.
easily into the other.
He,
8.
6.
6-1.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
So the first time that I was in Astana, Kazakhstan, my coworker and I, we are walking around after trying to find a particular Lego set, which is another story. That's story number 8.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yep, I know which one you refer to.
We'll get to that later. We're walking back, and it's like, oh, we'll just walk back across town. So there's an antique shop, and there is a railway plaque, like off the side of a passenger car, a Soviet-era cast-iron railway plaque. It's a little bit larger than the size of your laptop there.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's like, that's really cool. Go in, look at it, ask about the price. The price is very favorable compared to like trying to buy one in the U.S. that's already in the U.S. It's like, I'm going to go ahead and get this thing. So I bought it and put it in my backpack, where we then proceeded to, because we were walking around on our day off. I think Jimmy and I think we covered 10 or 12 miles that day walking around. Mm-hmm. And he's laughing the whole time because I never we didn't stop back at the hotel, so I'm carrying around this like 20-pound hunk of cast iron in my backpack
Oh, my
the
God.
entire time.
Ouch.
You made a cast of it
I have, yes.
sitting in my studio.
You're supposed to paint it.
Aw.
Yes, I've made castings in resin and sold them now to people. So I have recovered my money I spent on it.
Oh, cool.
But from
How's
that
your
time
back feel
forward,
about it?
what is that?
How's your back feel about it?
It's okay now.
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 But from that point forward, every trip I went on after that with Jimmy, anywhere we were, if there was some sort of heavy metal object, he would point to it and be like, "Hey, you want to get that and carry it around the rest of the day?"
This is Matt's new hobby, carrying heavy metal things around for
Shut
a
up, Jimmy.
day.
No, I'm not going to carry it.
Another one?
Yep.
Yeah, we've got time for a handful more.
Cool.
2.
Wow, this one number we don't have on 2. Okay, give me a second.
2.
2, 2.
Doo-doo.
Okay, so the U.S. Embassy in Pakistan, when I first arrived there was a lot of Nerf gun battles taking place in the offices.
And, oh, okay.
I was just there recently, and they've cut way back. They're not really doing it now. There's different people there.
So sad.
Lame.
Sort of sad. So I took home some of the Nerf guns from Merlin for his library. So
Yeah, that's yeah, side note, I don't think I mentioned in an episode, is I have a rather large collection of Nerf guns in the library that I run, which is a middle school library at a boys' school. And that started in 2011 with one of the boys presenting me with this ping pong ball gun. So it's just like you squeeze it and the ping pong ball, very satisfyingly, goes flying out and bounces off of a child, and it's great. I finally threw it out today, actually, because the seam after 15 years had completely ruptured and no amount of duct tape was going to keep it working. But when that started to die a couple years later, I think my ex bought me a Nerf gun, and then somebody saw the Nerf gun and donated another one, and now there's 10 Nerf guns hidden in cabinets by my main desk. There's more in a closet in my office, including one that has like the gigantic Nerf rounds that I think could actually hurt somebody, so we don't fire that one. And then Matt, of course, has donated a couple more, although one of them is going to reside here in the barn at the bar because I've gotten so used to standing at my desk in the library and a kid saying something dumb and shooting them with a Nerf gun because it's funny, that when we're sitting at the bar having a party and somebody says something dumb, I just automatically reach under the bar, because it's the same height as my desk at school, going for the Nerf gun to shoot them. And I'm constantly disappointed. Well, thanks to Matt. So that one come from Pakistan?
yes.
Cool. So thanks to Matt's Pakistani Nerf gun haul, we now have one. I should make a clip for it underneath the bar,
Yes.
so I can just whip it out and
Excellent.
take out Rick or something the next time he says something to drive me over the edge. It's going to be Rick too.
So
Oh,
I
we all
said
know
these
that.
things used to be all over the place in the building, and I would be climbing up on a ladder and open the light fixtures to change light bulbs out, and I'd open a light fixture and Nerf darts would fall out of the fixture. Or different fun games. Office I was in was positioned in such a way that I could somewhat discreetly throw a dart, which, by the way, that's a good trick to learn how to throw a Nerf dart instead of using the gun to launch it. You throw it with a little twist of your fingers, almost like you're throwing a football, but only with your fingers and much smaller. And you can throw them as accurately and pretty much as quickly as the gun, but a lot quieter.
I got to try this.
So with a little practice, it's pretty effective. And so I could, from my desk, I could throw a dart at one of my coworkers, turn back to typing at the computer, and then a moment later throw in a dart at the other coworker. And I've been able to get two of them to get into a battle that I wasn't in.
Nice.
The other game we would do is somebody would yell something and throw this foam rock down in the middle of the room, and that was a cue for everybody to grab the Nerf guns and start.
That's awesome.
That is epic. That is absolutely beautiful. That's a proper office.
Yeah. It's not fun like that now. But at least they didn't throw the guns away. They just stuck them in a closet. I'm like, well, fine. I'm going to take them home then.
Now we have uses for them here.
Oh, goodbye, Star. 6, 8.
Okay. This is a rumor, and I never got this confirmed because we never found it. In Astana, there were these off-brand Legos that came from China. And in some of the stores, I found some, and it would be like these really cool, like tank models and airplanes and other military and World War II related topics of, tanks and jeeps and armored cars and such. And supposedly, we were told by someone in the office that there was one that was like, they're like, that's just straight up like Auschwitz. Like, that's a concentration camp Lego set.
Oh, Lord.
And so we went looking for it. We couldn't find it. We checked the different like local type markets, not the big mall, and where we would find these sort of toys, and did not come across it.
Nicole's expressions are very worthwhile right now.
So
It's unfortunate.
That's probably better for the universe.
Probably.
we were trying to find it, but we weren't able to. So,
Probably better for the universe.
but then that's how we went. That's how we came on the walk back from doing that when I got the railway plaque instead. So
There you
there
go.
we go. So instead of a mini Auschwitz, you got a giant hunk of metal to walk around with all day.
yes,
Woohoo! Win.
Refraining from comments.
5, 7.
There is not a 7 with 5, so we must try again. No. No. What is that?
5.
There's not a 5 with 5 either. 5-2.
we did 5-2.
Oh my God.
Is there a 5-3? Have we done it?
There's a 5-3.
Let's do it.
Okay, 5-3. It's a short one. So in Uzbekistan, for just completely surprised me, in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, there's a Wendy's.
What?
Exactly.
Why?
I've seen KFC all over the world. I see Papa John's all over the world.
The big question. Did you go in the Wendy's?
Yep, we ate at the Wendy's a couple times.
Did they still have the fried chicken?
Yes.
See? There we go. Okay.
I still don't believe you.
I've told this was big key to me because when I was in high school, I'd go to the Wendy's by my high school for lunch, and I always got the fried chicken with that amazing biscuit. And then eventually they phased it out. I haven't seen a Wendy's in the U.S. in God knows how long that had the fried chicken.
They did. Because for a very, very short amount of time, I worked at a Wendy's.
Mm-hmm.
I only lasted 6 weeks. It was a really bad Wendy's. My coworkers were a bad example of humanity. Anywho.
Oh dear. Oh, that was a look.
That was a worthwhile expression, too. We need to start photographing.
I've heard some of these stories.
But I do remember we had the fried chicken, and the only reason I remember the fried chicken is because there was one coworker who's questionable in many ways. He really liked making the fried chicken. He liked battering it.
Huh.
And he took great pride in making amazing fried chicken.
Good for him.
It was always, when I had it,
Creepy individual.
but great fried chicken maker.
Morals were questionable. But he took great pride in that fried chicken. It's the only reason I remember we had fried chicken.
And see, now I have to go to, what city were we just in?
So confused and concerned.
Tashkent?
So I have to go to Tashkent so I can have my Wendy's fried chicken again. I don't really want to go to Tashkent, but I really want my Wendy's fried chicken. I just want that memory of pulling up in my Volkswagen Beetle, the old style, the real ones, guys, getting my fried chicken and just sitting there in the car with a book and happily having my fried chicken and soda and biscuit.
See, I haven't eaten in a Wendy's in the U.S. in so long.
Me neither.
I didn't think it was unusual that they had the fried chicken at the one in Tashkent.
Oh, they haven't had it in so long, and I haven't seen it in the U.S. in forever, honestly.
Do they still do baked potatoes?
I don't know. I haven't been in one for years, ever since I realized that. I think I moved here. Yeah, I moved here in
I do
2018
remember the baked potatoes.
and started going through my tax paperwork after I moved in and realizing how much fast food I'd eaten in the prior years before moving here. So I don't remember the last time I've eaten a Wendy's because as a result I've eaten very little fast food.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, oh, I'm gonna die if I keep eating this amount of fast food.
I do like having you around, fun fact.
It's also a great way to lose 20 pounds. Yes. All right. We can do another. Yeah, we can do another. We're good.
Three, 6.
We don't have a 6.
Oh, no, I was looking at 2 when I...
Do you have a 5? Do you have a 4?
Really? Oh, really? There's the 3.
It's a shorter list.
Oh, okay. Do we have anything in 3 that we haven't done?
We do.
Oh, cool. Go for one.
Do it.
Okay.
We'll complete the set.
Well, no, actually, we have 2 and 3 that we haven't done. So
Oh,
let's see.
continue.
Pick your fave.
We'll talk about gawking at the tractor. Because
Yay, tractors.
you take a guy from West Virginia and you take a guy from like Luray, and you drop us off in a in the capital of a former Soviet republic, and we're gonna find the guy who's doing like the groundskeeping who has like a tractor, and we're just gonna go gawk at the tractor and look at it and admire like the high point axles and just debate the merits of the tractor. All the while the guy who's just trying to water the plants is staring at us like, why are we looking at his tractor?
Weird tourists.
Well, that's just it, because we were right there by like the National Museum and all the other and like the tourist stuff that you would supposed to be doing, but we're not looking at that building. No, we're looking at his tractor.
That's a nice tractor.
Look at that tractor. It's got wheels on it. I like those wheels.
I think
Those
it was
are
a
nice
Belarus.
wheels.
I think the tractor was a Belarus.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, that's cool. So what is a favorite story on there that we haven't hit yet? Like something that the dice have been avoiding.
Oh. Okay. Let's see here.
And just give us the numbers just so we feel better about ourselves and our plan. But
All right. I know tonight's been heavy with the Astana Kazakhstan stories, but I will tell you 6-4.
6-4. Okay.
There's an amazing Chinese restaurant called Princess or Princessa, depending on the translation, in Astana. Awesome restaurant. There's I forget what soup it was. It was like a hot and spicy sort of soup.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a family style sort of deal. So you order the soup and it comes out in this big thing of soup with a ladle and a couple of bowls for having people at the table. And so my coworker reaches in and scoops up a nice big bowl or big ladle of all kinds of goodies, like from the bottom, and he's having this soup. He's like, man, this soup is really hot. I was like, and I had some. I was like, I don't notice anything. And then, like, I have like a second bowl. And that's when I guess I was getting near the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and I bit into some sort of little like peppers that were in it.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah, I was. Jimmy got a good laugh out of this because after I was saying, "Oh, this soup's not too hot," I had to run to the bathroom with like just like tears and snot like rolling out
Oh, Lord.
down my face. Like my face was like burning. It's like that is like I was like I came back. I was like he's like it's hot soup, isn't it? Yeah, you're right, Jimmy. It is hot soup.
Yeah, when you scoop down to the bottom, you get all the little goodies that are sitting there.
Yeah, I had missed them.
goodies.
I had missed them in the first couple of bowls, but I got deeper down.
Oh, no. Oh,
Do you know what
no.
else was in the soup, just out of curiosity?
I can't tell you. Like I said at the other recording, like I'm terrible about that.
It had
Okay.
spooshy.
I'm just curious.
I can't even remember what kind of soup it was.
Spooshy.
I just know it was really, really spicy soup when I bit the wrong part. Or I bit the right part. I'm not sure.
I feel that just as a New Englander who grew up with people thinking that salt was a spice, and then slowly becoming adjusted to any level of spice in anything, and just sitting there turning red, melting.
We've got you eating curry now, though, so that's pretty
I
decent.
love curry. I never thought I'd eat curry. Thank you, Henry. Henry's the one who got us started on curry.
Once again, just be glad it's not my mom's goulash.
Oh, the one that she made entirely with
Cayenne instead of paprika.
yeah,
Oh.
no.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been fascinating.
Oh my god, it was.
Tell it.
I am. I'm working on it. So it's one of the nights that my parents invited me over for dinner after work, and I'm like, cool. I'm getting a meal. I get to see my dog. My mom's making a Hungarian goulash. I don't remember what's in it besides like pasta, ? And some other things.
And cayenne.
I'm getting there. But she said something about, yeah, I couldn't find the paprika, but Google said the ratios should be the same. So I used cayenne, and we're all just staring at her like, Tressie, no. And she was like, yeah, but I made all of it. I don't know what we're going to do about it. So we tried to eat it.
Wow.
We tried. I think my brother got through most of it, but he's got like crazy heat tolerance.
Oh, no.
It would have been good if it wasn't cayenne, but you see, cayenne is done with the spicier pepper, while paprika is literally dried like red bell pepper. There is a major capsaicin difference.
This would have been great for like one of the barn parties.
Oh,
Because everybody would have tried it and not known any better, and they all would have thought it was just them, and everyone would have kept eating it.
Well, I was like, I think my first, I don't know if I've told this
right?
on, I don't know if I've told this on here or not.
Brewing.
Tasha's scheming right now.
My first experience with real spicy food, like my actual first, I didn't know how much was wrong with the food. Was probably like, no, it was junior year of college, and a friend of mine came up from Fredericksburg, Mike, and he had learned this new way of making chili, and he was really into his chili. He'd go out and get like the kielbasa from a certain place. He'd get his peppers from a certain place. And yes, Tasha's in the morning because we thought we were getting kielbasa tonight, but they didn't have it. And so he was at some restaurant and found out that their method of making things really spicy was not to just chop up the chili peppers, but to put them in a blender and use all of the juices.
Juice and seeds. The seeds also make a
Yeah.
difference.
So he brings this chili and a big block of cornbread, and my first wife and I, we bought a lot of beer, which was good because we went through it, and introduced me to chili. And so I would take a bite and stare, and take a bite of cornbread and stare, and take a sip of beer, and then stare at the chili again and take another bite. I think it took me 45 minutes to eat the bowl. And I'm,
Yikes.
once again, no exposure to spicy food ever prior to that point, other than just knowing bad, don't go near it. So I thought this was normal. Now, it was so hot that when he left, we went to clean off these bowls, and they were like 1930s bowls that were sort of it wasn't really a porcelain, it was some sort of paint type thing on them. When I went to wash the bowls, everything sloughed right off of them, and they flash rusted immediately
Wow.
in the sink in front of me.
Disgusting.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I went from like, oh, I'm going to wash the bowl, to watching it become bare metal and then just, bam, red rust. And I'm looking at this going, holy, my God. And he calls up when he gets home an hour later. He was down in we got home in Fredericksburg. He goes, yeah, so what did you think of the chili? And I said to him, Mike, I don't know if humans are supposed to eat this. And I explained to him what happened to the bowls. And he goes, oh. I'm like, yeah, I don't think that you should make that something we're eating should strip paint off of 70-year-old kitchenware. Then he brought it to an event a month later and didn't put it in a cooler, and I punted it into the woods, thus saving all of our lives. A month later, should have said something. It was in the freezer. No, it's just no. It was bad the first time.
Oh, was it like leftover?
Yeah. I punted it into the forest.
No, no month-old leftover chili, even if it's been frozen. No,
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
no. So that's the stands rolled over to hot food. Yay. Anybody else have anything to add? Subtract, divide, multiply?
I'm bad at math. Don't
Square
do this to
root?
me. No!
Want to recite pi to the longest number you can?
3.14.
There we go.
Oh, we're tied.
Apple.
Yeah, that's what did you say, apple?
Fourth?
I said apple.
And just remember, the answer to the question, the meaning of life, is 42.
Coconut cream.
pie. Ooh, I think we got apple pie upstairs.
We do. We also have German chocolate cake.
Oh my God. Okay, so with
Really
that note,
enough, pie is actually one of the numbers I actually use.
that we have cookies and pie and stuff upstairs. So don't fall off your treadmill. Thank you for sticking with us for another round of rolling for the stands.
Why are the treadmills such a thing with you lately?
Because like people set their time for their exercise for this, and I'm not exercising enough, so I'm jealous of the people running on the treadmill because we
Okay.
keep getting our skating nights canceled.
Not
Anger.
completely my fault.
No, it's my fault too. So, okay, back on that. Treadmill people, thank you for listening. And we're not trying to disinclude you stair climbers or you stationary bicyclists either.
Nordic track.
Nordic tracks, Bowflex. We figure the weight people have probably just like been surprised by something we said and died at this point. So we apologize for your loss to the families of the weightlifters.
Should have had a spotter.
Yep, always have a spotter. So thank you for listening, and we're going to sign off for the night. So good night.
Good night.
Toodaloo.
Good night.